because he got such a torrid time during the summer after, we went in with great expectations. We were all hoping to go to the World Cup. It wasn't to be. And then that result against the Republic of Ireland. And of course, that game Saturday night now, Andy, we're top of the table. It's a huge game against the Irish.
Yeah, the last couple of games, I mean, the Irish at home, you really want to make your mark, especially after, getting the supporters back on side last night. I thought before the game there was a bit of trepidation with the supporters. Certainly I was speaking to, they didn't know what type of performance they were going to see from Scotland, and thankfully it was one of the better ones. And we can't go into the game against Ireland in any better shape after that level of performance. The only downside was that injury to Nathan Patterson, and it looks as though he's going to be out for some time, which is a great pity.
It is indeed, because he started well at Everton, and it was a pity it went off. And we found out that David Turnbull had a knock. He came to the camp but with a knock, and he went back to Celtic a few days ago. So there'll be replacements coming in.
Yes, Steve Clark I think alluded to that last night. I'm not sure if that's been announced today who's coming in, but I think he said that 2 players perhaps would be added to the squad. The injury list is pretty long when you start to tally the players up that are missing, the players that had to withdraw, then you add Patterson and Turnbull to that now. So that perhaps makes the performance and the result last night even better, because Steve Clark's been faced with his challenges. Certainly defensively he was rocked in terms of his options. There was debate last night, would it be a back 5, would it be a back 4, and thankfully it was a back 4 with the players that were available. I thought it just suited the players a lot better last night. Having Scott McTominay in his natural position I thought was huge. I thought he performed really, really well. Did
you think it was going to be back 5 when you saw it? Because we weren't sure in the studio here how it would be when we saw the team. Did you think it would be 4 or 5?
On the way to the game, I had predicted in my head it would be a 4. Then when we got to the match and we looked at the lineups, then the whispers around the stadium where it was a 5, which brought a lot of disappointment. And then as time went on, we kind of worked out that it was going to be that back 4, which gives you flexibility as well with the squad that the group of players that had been selected. You could have chopped and changed if required last night, but I just thought the 4-3-3 system or 4-2-3-1 just suited the team a lot better.
Yeah, in the end, the amount of players we had, 40 yards from goal in the second half, we absolutely dominated pretty much that whole period. And just the amount of options for the man in possession, I thought it was just one of our best performances. And as you say, Paul, what a pity we couldn't have done that in the World Cup playoff, because that's when we really wanted to show what we were capable of.
Do we miss out too often? I mean, I heard Simon Jordan this morning saying, yeah, you won, but you didn't win when it really counted. I mean, this could count. This was our way to get through 2 years ago.
It doesn't make up for it.
No.
It certainly doesn't make up. It's good to win, and it's good to see that level of performance, but it doesn't make up for not going to the World Cup. We want to build on the momentum. We wanted to build on the momentum that we had from qualifying for the Euros, but it wasn't to be. And actually Ukraine were very good on the night.
47,000 I think on the night, so virtually a full house. Great atmosphere then, Leanne. How was it? Andy said it was a bit strange at the beginning, but then it took off.
Yeah, a bit strange, and I think it was just because the fans didn't know what to expect. I think the fans are at a place now where they're behind the team, but a lot of fans that I spoke to as well, and family and friends that were going, we'll go tonight, but will we get the result? Will it be a same performance similar to the June performance? But it wasn't. And I think the early minutes of the game, like any stadium, get the fans on side early. It took them a while to get a real foothold in the game. I thought in the early moments there was a lot of trouble again for Patterson down that kind of right hand side of Scotland. Mudryk was a real problem. A top player. But after that, after 15-20 minutes, Scotland really got a foothold in the game. The fans got behind them. Once you cause teams problems and you force them to defend, that's what Scotland fans love, because then you can feel the energy and they fed off that. And as you say, they started the second half I thought a lot slower, but 10 minutes or so into it, it was just endless waves of attack, and the amount of unforced errors that Ukraine made in their own half was incredible. This is a side, Andy, 18 places above Scotland in the rankings as well, and I've never seen them so comfortable.
Well, I think it also tells you that the Nations League works. It works for us.
Do you like it?
We got to the Euros on the back of the Nations League. So rather than a friendly, to play competitive games, to play for points, and the reward at the end of it, if you can get it right, this is why this is it's a big game for us on Saturday, and then the last one against Ukraine. We could be in a really good position.